There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everything you learned in history class was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but they skipped the best parts. Introducing Stupiracy, where stupidity meets conspiracy. Ever heard of the Olympic marathon that nearly killed its runners? Or the time a pope put another pope's corpse on trial? Join me, Scott Rizzuto, and Tim McKernan as we uncover the most outrageous historical moments and mind-blowing conspiracies you won't believe actually happened. Tune into Stupiracy for your weekly dose of historical absurdity. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, history is dumb, but laughing at it is smart.
And now, live from the TCL broadcast studios, it's Joe Souchere and Patrick Reusse with Sports Talk.
$1,000 deal on that. Well, Louie, what are you selling here? You're buying, huh?
Louie was just showing me the little place he's got up on Balsam Lake now, Joe.
I didn't know you became a lake guy, Louie.
Well, he had a place up there.
97, I've been up there since
Really?
there. Oh, yeah.
But this is the new old place that he got this year.
What are you doing, wandering around the fairgrounds like a homeless person?
Yeah, I thought I'd come and see you. I missed you. I haven't seen you for a while. You're playing so much golf, you never get free.
I wish that was the case. How are you?
Good. Can't complain.
Louie.
Going to Norway tomorrow. So
Why?
For a cruise for my wife and I. Yep.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah. Be nice.
I always say the great thing about Louie Nanne is he doesn't even know when he's working or vacation because it's all the same. He's exotic places working, and then he's in exotic places on vacation. Tell me about your little family excursion to Banff. I guess that was fun, huh?
We took all the family.
How many is that now?
23.
23 to Banff, huh?
Yeah. We went Labor Day, and we spent a few days in Lake Louise and Banff. Then we ended up at the not the Saddle Dome, the Calgary Stampede.
Oh, you went to the rodeo,
the final
huh?
night, the rodeo.
How is it?
It's spectacular. It was really good.
And they fill the building up?
Oh, yeah, they fill it up every time. Yeah, you get about 25,000 people in there for the rodeo every night. I got to get up to Banff. You ever been to Banff, Joe?
No.
I won't tell you.
Supposed to be gorgeous.
Not supposed to be. It's the best place in North America.
When you played youth hockey as a kid, did you ever get that far west?
No, we always went east. We never went west.
Yeah.
We the farthest west we were was us. We never played Thunder Bay. They'd come to us in the Sioux. We'd go up to Timmins. We go to Kirkland Lake, Sudbury, Spanish, North Bay.
Yeah.
But we never went west.
Did you ever get out to Halifax? Or
No. Everything was just as far as we would go would be the All Ontario Championship.
Okay. But Thunder Bay'd come to you?
No, we didn't even play them. They seemed to stay with Winnipeg in that group.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Canadian junior hockey? As good as ever now, or is the rest of the world taking over? Do we have more junior hockey players than great junior hockey players than Canada right now?
No, I mean right now, if you look at the United States, their program has come so strong. Years ago when I played in the National League, Tommy Williams was the only really full American-born in America.
Yeah, right. I remember
I was naturalized, and that was it as far as Americans. Now, you're looking, you got 33% of the league is American.
I was going to say, the U.S. with population and everything have more great juniors than Canada now, or is it about the same?
Yeah, it's about the same. They might just have a little bit of an edge on us yet, but not much. And when you look at the amount of players right now, I think we probably got more playing in organized hockey than they do.
You looking forward to the Wild season?
I am. It's going to be interesting, though. I'm hopeful that the young guys take a step forward, because if they don't, it's going to be tough.
They're not young anymore.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they're 25. Yeah. Let's go here. What do you got?
Exactly. Well, if you look at it, people always think that the prime is 29 to 31. If you look at most of the players, they're most productive between 23 to 26, 27. Even Gretzky's big years and over 200 points.
Fenton was here for a few minutes the other day. He's an interesting cat. He's going to let everybody impress him here, but if they don't, there could be some moves later on.
Well, that's what he's got to do. He really, you can't just walk in and have views from afar and not really know what they're like. Give them a month or 2 months and see what they are like, see what kind of production they have, see what kind of potential they have, and then you got to make a decision. But he's going to have to make some decisions. I don't think that it's tweaked enough to make the playoffs. From when you look at what St. Louis has done, would you look at what Calgary, Dallas, Arizona, even though I don't think they'll make the playoffs, they're going to be a lot better. So when you start thinking of teams in your conference that are taking points away, you got to figure out, well, who are you going to beat? Where are you going to gain those points?
Who's going to have a better record this year, Washington or Vegas?
Won't even be close. Washington will be much better.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Vegas will? They rode that, whatever it was.
Well, they're still a good team, and what they got, and I felt that I was at their home opener in Vegas, and when I came back, I was telling Craig Leopold, I said, people are going to be surprised by Vegas, not because they're so talented, they're a talented team, but not overly talented, but how hard they work, and that's a product of George McPhee and Gallant. But now everybody knows what to expect from them. They're going to work that hard, so you're not going to have teams expecting to get somewhat of a night off or an easy night against them. So I expect teams will play harder against them, and when they do that, you'll see their point total go down.
Somebody suggested, Joe, that the number of 11th and 12th and 13th best players that they got that they could play on third and fourth lines made them a little deeper, right, than some teams. I mean, down at the bottom they had, they had players.
They had good depth, but you got to really give McPhee a lot of credit, because it wasn't only the 11th and 12th player they got.
Trades.
Too many guys, and we all have done that. You overvalue your own players. So when you looked at what you could protect, and you say, okay, we can protect 11 guys, depending on the setup, or 12 guys, and then you start thinking, I don't want to lose this guy. So they were given another guy plus a draft choice plus a different player up, not to pick that guy. Mm-hmm. And so when you look at, like the Wild, for instance, they gave up Holla and Tuck. And, when you look back at it, it would have been wiser to give one player than those two.
Would you agree that what Vegas does pregame is over the top?
Not only over the top, but everybody in professional sports, let alone hockey, should be there learning what to do, because...
Well, that's funny you said that, because I was going to say, if I'm running the National Hockey League, I might say, let that just be Vegas. You're not going to have medieval fights in the Montreal Forum.
Yeah, but what you do is you take the French and the British in the Montreal Forum.
But that's what'll happen. Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
Because what you have there is a party atmosphere like no other.
Yeah, but
people
they had
enjoy
to do it
that
because those people didn't know if they were watching badminton or football.
That's right, but now they enjoy that, so it's a big part of the game. But more than that, all the fans, and there are a lot coming in from cities, whoever's playing there, the North Stars were there had to be 3,500 North Star fans there. Yeah. And they go there and they get caught up in the environment, they enjoy it. And I think that's something that all the teams can learn from, to really make it an entertaining night for the fans that are coming.
Who would we fight here?
Who would we fight? I don't know.
We'll get the Blackhawks. It'll be the Indians and...
we can't do Native American.
No, but I mean...
do that, no.
Well, if they're fighting everybody else...
So you
want to fight the Finns and the Germans or whatever. But, I mean, it's not just the fighting. It's all the other things they do. It's spectacular what they're doing.
The technology, too. So what you're suggesting is we're going to see more of this from other teams.
I definitely think so.
Right.
They have a marketing meeting at the NHL meetings in June around the draft. They always have the marketing departments meet, and I can guarantee you, I don't know for sure, but I would be betting heavily that the NHL had the people from Vegas come in and put on a seminar as to what they do and what would really work for them.
But look what was available to Vegas. They're in the heart of the entertainment capital of the world.
Right.
So they had the people that could do all the flash grenades and the lighting and the incredible things they did projecting on the ice and up in the air. And, I don't know if that can be done here.
It can be.
No, I'm
Technology
sure it
can always be done.
Yeah.
It's harder to get like you're saying, they got like the Imagine Dragons coming out one night or somebody else. That's a little different, but the technology part is not a problem at all. They all do it. They all got right now the capability. If you look at all these games, what goes on during timeouts and during face-offs and electronically what's going on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
They can all do much more than they're doing right now.
Joe and I would prefer a little of That's the Way They Like It on the organ, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Louie, hang 1 minute. I got to ask you something else. Can you do that?
Sure.
All right, we're going to take a break and be back shortly.
Louie Nanne is with us. Say hello to Louie out there, ladies and gentlemen. Louie, you devote, in addition to devoting your time to your business and your family, you devote a lot of time to Gophers athletics. We had a story on the Strib the other day, a couple days ago, about the tough market for ticket sales for football, men's hockey, men's basketball. Now, my theory is a lot of it is just competition in this market. The Vikings, it costs you twice as much to go to a Viking game now since they moved into this place as it did before that, basically. That's a part of it that doesn't get talked about much. I don't know.
Well, I heard you talking about it and saying that the Gophers like a pro team, and you're right.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that the competition for the Gophers are the pro teams. And the ticket prices, because they're so high right now, they do affect how many games people are going to see and what they're going to see and how many they can afford as a season ticket holder and how they're going to really set their entertainment agenda. And a lot of it goes by how they're winning.
And you know what? One thing, when Norwood slapped that extra seat license fee on, they would have been better off just raising prices, because people now think they're paying extra. The Vikings can get away with it and charge $400 for a ticket, but the people say, well, we paid for the tickets and now they want another $500. I think it's PR-wise, it's a disaster.
Well, the fact that you have a seat license is tough for a university, but realistically speaking, if you took the $300 for a seat license divided by 30 games, all you're going to do is you're raising your ticket price $10 more,
and you can deduct it. It's a terrible.
Yeah, but when you look at then your ticket prices, then they start encroaching on the other sports, not the Vikings, because they're by themselves, but baseball, basketball, and hockey.
Yes.
During the interim, we were honored to have the arrival of the 2018 Vulcan crew, the true king of the Winter Carnival there, Vulcanus Rex.
Yes.
Hail the Vulc, hail the Vulc. And thank you, guys. Thank you.
Weren't you here 2 days ago? Didn't I hear?
No, I was Tom Baird.
Okay.
And he wasn't in the official uniform. But you got your summer suits on, boys? All right, you're looking good.
Yes.
All right, hail the Vulc. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Don't go out there and harass. We don't do that anymore.
That doesn't happen anymore. No.
But it's, everybody says win, win, win. But I think the acceptance for Big Ten hockey after last year is going to improve, don't you? I think people are now going to say, oh, okay, Ohio State's in town. They went to the Frozen Four,
Well, not only that, plus Notre Dame. When you look at overall the Big Ten teams and how good they are right now, they've made dramatic improvement. And, yes, I do think that people now will not be thinking so much of a Big Ten versus WCHA. The only thing they're realistically going to miss is the North Dakota rivalry, which they get to play in Vegas this year, and Duluth. Those are the two big teams. St. Cloud was the other. It's always good to see the Gophers having the tournament, though, where they give Mankato and Bemidji an opportunity to play with the Gophers, because fans of those teams, really enjoy the Gophers playing against them. But the real ticket draws were North Dakota.
Yeah, but that people say, it was a lot better when we played North Dakota and St. Cloud and Duluth. Well, yeah, but you didn't play them every week. You played, Mankato.
Bemidji, Mankato, yeah.
Right. You didn't know. So it's not like there were never any low points on the schedule when they were in the WCHA.
What hurt as much as that was the fact that the Big Ten came over and took over the television.
Yes.
Which then, taking over the television, they didn't televise every game. A couple of years ago, we had the Gophers playing Boston College, the top team in the East, the top team in the West. It wasn't televised.
Were any games televised when you were playing?
No.
At the U?
No. In fact, television just came at the B.
No, you're not that old.
No, but no, they weren't.
No, they were a rumor.
The only thing we used to get then were, TV stations coming out and covering the game, and you see the highlights on TV.
Hell, I wonder if the Final Four was on TV until 70s, maybe.
What radio station did Gopher hockey, I wonder, back then?
Well, we had both. We had the
KSTP did it for a while.
And sometimes CCO did it,
Yeah.
the thing about, we forget about this, but we didn't even have game film like they watch nowadays. Everybody watches game film.
Right.
I never saw one game film when I played in college. You never saw anybody play.
It is funny. I find it hilarious, Louis, that everybody's down on the Twins. They're mad at them, and yet there's like 4 random Thursday afternoon games that aren't on TV, and everybody screams bloody murder. Hey, it was not always thus, folks. You did not always get to see everything you wanted on television.
No, I thought it was funny, even like in the Olympic, the Miracle on Ice movie.
Right.
And Herbie's seen all these game films. He knew who was playing. I never saw any game films. They didn't have any game films in those days.
Right.
You had to see them in the training camp.
Yeah. Well, and also, and by the way, we didn't see that game live either.
No, you're right. Yeah.
We had to wait till 7 o'clock at night.
How's your golf game, Louis?
Sporadic.
Yeah.
I haven't played much, but I did play in 2 tournaments, one at Interlaken and one at Spring Hill, and did well at Interlaken where we won the most points, and so we made a little money, and did really bad at Spring Hill. I had Nathaniel Crosby in, and he's going to be the next year's Walker Cup captain, so he's my guest.
Oh, really?
And they only allow you 8-shot differential between you and your partner. So I had to give up 11 shots to play in that tournament.
Wow.
What is he? Still a 2 or a 3 or something like that?
3, yeah.
And how did you get to know him? Got through golf?
Actually, I'd made a USO tour to visit the troops in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
On our way back, we had our wives. There was my wife and Murray Oliver and his wife, Tom Reed and JP, and we stopped in Hawaii. And when we stopped in Hawaii, or actually it was the Japan one, we stopped in Hawaii, we went to Mauna Kea, and the guy that ran the golf course there was a big hockey fan from Buffalo. So I called and see if we could play. Oh, sure, Lou, come on over. I'm a big hockey fan. So I get over there, and we're getting checked in. He said, I want to introduce you to somebody. He said, brings me over. He said, this is Bing Crosby and his son, Nathaniel. Nathaniel was 10 at the time.
Really?
Yeah, and so I didn't see Nathaniel then for, I think it was 22 years. And I ran into him in Palm Beach, and he had moved to Palm Beach by then. And somebody introduced me to Nathaniel. I said, I know who you are. Mm-hmm. He says, oh, you do remember. He said, but I bet you don't know what I did in the first tee. I said, no, what? He says, I whiffed. I was so nervous meeting hockey players that I whiffed.
Well, that's what do you think of Spring Hill? Had he played it before?
He said outside of Cypress, he said in Pine Valley, 2 of his favorite courses, he says he'll take Spring Hill to play every time.
That's why you don't play that good at Spring Hill. It's too damn tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard.
And no, it's just because I'm not good. I've gotten bad over the years.
McClanahan's there.
Pardon me?
McClanahan's there.
Yeah, Robbie's president
He's
now.
the president. Yeah.
At Spring Hill?
Yeah. 10 of us started in 1997.
Were you one of the founders?
Yeah. And we were only going to have 185 members, and that's what we did. But we found out the 185 members, we all had other courses. And at the end of the first year, I think we had 5,200 rounds. Like Interlaken, where it has 25,000 or 23,000. Yeah. So then we decided after about 8-10 years, then we moved it up, and we said, okay, we'll let 2,000 or 200 in. So now we're 200. Now we've opened it to where we could go to 225, but we're only 212. We want to make sure it doesn't affect the pace of play, and we have about 8,200 rounds.
The Walker Cup isn't here, is it?
No, it's in Wales or Paris or someplace like that.
All right. Well, you should go over and watch it.
Oh, no,
you
it's
probably
Royal Lytham or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
No, some.
I might go and watch it. I don't know. I told him I might come as assistant captain.
Yeah.
That's good.
Louis, good to see you.
Nice to see you guys. Thanks.
All right.
Take care.
Yep. Thanks, Louis.
I'm going to miss you. Keep going. I'm glad to see you. You're doing that podcast, Joe and Frank. And this guy's still going to be involved.
Enjoy Norway. Do you go all the way to the top on this thing?
Right to
man.
About the Arctic Circle. See the Northern Lights.
Wow.
Oh, that's what I want
to be interesting.
Yeah.
Nice to see you guys.
All right.
Thanks, Louis. Thank you.
The great Louis Nanne. Hear it for him. Tough life that guy's got. Dang it, I don't know what he's going to do.
I was going to say, does he even have to own a home here? He's never here.
Well, I told you, when I visited him in Florida, I got to see Tiger's yacht because it was down in the bay right below him there. Beautiful crowd out here at the State Fair today. After these last 2 rainy days, this is more like it, isn't it?
And by beautiful, you mean beautiful. This is the best group. This is the best looking group of people I've seen at the State Fair in a long time.
Well, thank you, Kenny.
Yes,
I've been working out a little bit more, and
my eyes are tired.
Yes.
Chris has been working out. Yeah. One 12-ounce can at a time.
You know what happens? Some places in the Twin Cities again today, though. The school opened, Stillwater, some places like that. That's communist to open school before the Tuesday after Labor Day.
I think so.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially when Labor Day is so early this year.
Yeah,
How come is it that every single person on the planet you talk to agrees with that, but yet they still open early?
Well, you just shouldn't be in school in August.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to be.
Nobody's questioning that, Chris.
Is that a bee or a wasp?
Let's find out. Swat at it.
Well, don't make it mad.
We're going with wasp.
Bees are gentle.
I think they might be after my red
And maybe if you'd quit waving like a maniac, it would go away.
It might smell my peppermint flavored soft drink.
Peppermint flavor. You have had awfully good breath this week, I've noticed.
Yeah, I do my best.
It's partly sunny and 69 degrees. Twins and Indians again tonight in Cleveland. Cole Stewart for the Twins. Adam Plutko pitches. I should be taking video of Reusse trying to kill this wasp. There it is. I've got it. He's going to get stung.
I don't think it's a wasp.
The Saints have acquired Teddy Bridgewater, former Viking quarterback.
Explain this to me, Johnny.
I don't know. Are they maybe waiting for Breeze to retire after this year?
Well,
he's 78 years old.
He's going to be 40, and he's. I think he signed a 2-year deal, but the second one is his option. Right?
Yep. The Saints will give up a third-round pick to the New York Jets in exchange for Teddy
But he's getting passed around
Bridgewater.
like a Rolling Stone groupie. I mean, please.
Well then.
Well, he did well enough with the Jets to get the Jets a pretty good draft choice. The trouble is the rookie with the Jets, Darnold, is being advertised as the greatest rookie to come into the league in years. So.
Yeah. News notes from today. St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter proposed eliminating library fines to
we get a boo?
To improve access to books and other materials.
I said before, let's just make it easier for kids never to learn any discipline. It's all right, kid. You stole that computer video. What the hell? Just bring it back. You get your library privileges back.
What you just witnessed was baiting and biting.
That worked.
The mayor making the announcement during his library budget address this morning. According to Carter, there are 50,000 people who right now can't check out books and materials because they have too many fines. The average debt is $33. He said the inability to pay those fines is linked to income, and he wants libraries to be accessible to everyone. To eliminate.
So if you don't have the income, it's okay to just keep the book.
That's
not the way it worked when I was a kid.
Pretty much he goes. Yeah. Plus, everybody can come up with $33 for God's sake.
To eliminate.
Get out in the corner and somebody will give you $33.
What are the income cutoff? What's the income cutoff?
I need to get books.
How much?
What's the income cutoff for being able to steal a book from the library?
I don't know.
So you could stand on the corner with a sign that says,
I
owe the library.
I owe the library $33. I give a guy a couple of bucks for that.
To eliminate fines, the mayor proposes investing $215,000 to, in his words, stabilize technology and collections funding.
I literally can remember being aware of the date the book had to be returned.
There's a shock.
Yeah.
And making sure that it got returned. Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
You must be poor. I always bought my books.
Mr. Neurotic, I can just see that.
Pat,
Can I have the book back in 10 days?
I prefer to think of it as being disciplined.
Okay, good. Sure.
Pat, you're not lying, by the way.
Were you ever even in a library?
You wouldn't.
You want to see my library card?
No.
Patrick isn't lying, by the way. He would give money. Didn't you, in fact, give a guy $5 because you ruined the ending of a movie that he was about to watch?
Yeah, that's right. He got mad at me and sent me an email, so I sent him $5 back.
He rented the movie.
He rented the movie.
He rented it, hadn't watched it yet.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I gave
Hey,
away
here's
the
$5.
ending. I mailed it to him.
It wasn't JFK, was it?
No.
A man,
I think it was Lincoln.
Yeah.
Man fell from a moving vehicle Monday morning in the Twin Cities on the West Metro, and the State Patrol trying to figure out why. Did he jump, fall, or was he thrown? Authorities are looking for a vehicle involved in the incident. It happened at about 5:45 in the morning in the westbound lanes of 394 in the vicinity of Louisiana Avenue in
No,
Golden
John, they
Valley.
don't know if he went off the bridge or out of a car.
Correct.
Was he dead?
No, he's in critical.
Critical,
So
he had
he can't.
critical
He can't
injuries.
tell him how he got.
Right.
He didn't get run over, did he?
No.
He didn't
To
get
me, it
run.
looked like it on the video.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
They're looking for a Lincoln crossover or a similar light-colored vehicle. Not clear how many people were in the vehicle, which was moving at freeway speeds when the victim tumbled to the pavement, according to Lieutenant Tiffany Nielsen. The victim is 30-year-old William Watson of Minneapolis, was left for dead when the vehicle sped off, according to the State Patrol. Taken to North Memorial Medical Center with critical injuries. No condition available as of this morning. Nielsen said they have spoken to one witness, but they're hoping other people may have seen the incident and can call them. Just call the State Patrol if you have any information about that.
You ever been to the North Memorial Emergency Room, fellas?
I have.
That's very close to me.
I have.
You gotta time it right, because you can be in there and you can think you're next in line, and then they come rushing in there, and pretty soon you gotta wait an hour and a half.
I found the only
somebody just got shot.
The only way to get you first in line at an emergency room, you walk in pointing at your heart, you go heart attack, and they grab you by the scruff and drag you right back.
Okay.
But I was in the North Memorial Emergency Room. I went from Jamaica to the CC Club to the emergency room.
That's good.
Yes, I kid you not.
trip.
Jamaica CC Club emergency room.
I
Yep.
came back from the baseball winter meetings in New Orleans and immediately went to the hospital.
It was a little different deal, but you stayed for a month.
No. This was the emergency room. Later, I went to the secret government mission.
Yesterday, Missouri became the first state in the country to have a law on the books that prohibits food makers from using the word meat.
Yep, can't use the word meat.
What? Why?
To refer to anything other than animal flesh.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It takes
Well,
aim,
I agree with that.
It takes aim at manufacturers of what has been dubbed fake or non-traditional meat. Clean meat, also known as lab-grown meat, is made of cultured animal tissue cells.
Gross.
Ooh, ick.
While plant-based meat is generally from ingredients like soy, tempeh, and seitan. The state law forbids misrepresenting a product as meat that is not derived.
I'm not even going to look.
You know that joke, why do deadheads wave their hands to get the music out of their face? That's Reusse right now.
Swatting at this bee.
He's just
I don't like him.
Get out of here.
I hope this bee stays here till 6.
No, we're
And
gonna
a lights on your shoulder occasionally.
You know
we're
why-
gonna clean this whole area out, and it's just gonna be me and the bee, and we'll see who comes out of this.
You know why he's here, Such? It's the poop on the ground
Yes,
in front
yeah.
of
I
the
understand
stage.
you had quite the complaint about that.
I have a very serious complaint about that.
It
You know
was
where you
funny.
are? You're at the fair. You know what they have at the fair?
Not
they got
here.
animals that
Not
poop.
right here.
That kid holding the bucket missed.
Well, clean it up. When your cow poops, clean it
They
up.
got a kid that's in show business
Well,
that's
he
holding
missed.
the bucket.
He missed. You know where those shoes are right now? George's. They're over on George's on Grand Avenue getting repaired.
Pat was
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a
Brought him
minute.
in.
You stepped in some cow poop.
Yes.
And you
then
took
I
your
spent
shoes to a shoe repair
I
shop?
went 20 minutes cleaning poop off him yesterday in the Hubbard parking lot with a rag, dipping it in a water puddle and washing that crap off it. Then I put him in the trunk, drove home stocking feet, and drove to George's today and said, clean these babies up and don't forget the salt.
You have to be the first person in America to
Well, they needed
take poop shoes to a shoe
That's
store.
so precious.
Don't
Pat.
you have a
Seriously.
popsicle stick? That's what
Well,
you're supposed to use.
I should
No,
point
but
out.
I also wanted to get them polished. So.
I should point
God
out.
help me.
He was over there by the railing,
Yep.
knocking like this. And he goes, "These are my bleeping favorite shoes."
You guys are actually more alike than you realize.
No, I'm not taking my shoes to George's because I stepped in some poop.
But you did take a 20-year-old sports car into the doctor
I did the
today.
wrong
That's
thing, and it's a
point.
good thing I did. Because they
Because
took
you-
250 pounds of sand out of it.
Yeah.
But the
So it's
best,
kind of the same.
the best was when Pat realized he had it on his shoe. He kept walking back here to alert
Yeah.
me
So
to the
it's
fact that
all
the snow was all over the
everywhere.
place.
It's in the inside of the building.
But
Stop
Don't tell me to stop bringing animals
Stop
here.
bringing animals.
No, I'm not stopping. I'm bringing
Have
animals
them
here.
poop on the sidewalk.
No, we're bringing an animal.
Can't tell
Tomorrow,
a cow where to go.
tomorrow, I'm hoping Doris brings a buffalo.
And they're about the size of this table.
Oh, yeah.
You can turn them into furniture. They're so big.
then I'm gonna hire some damsel in distress to say, "Oh, Patrick, come here," and have you plod right through it.
Never again. I'm never leaving the porch.
The guy in Apocalypse Now, never get off the boat.
Never get off the boat.
I am not leaving the porch.
Yeah, we're gonna be back with more of John Haight's news in a matter of half hour.
Well, Chris, it was a good effort, but nobody was listening to me.
It's the story of my radio career.
Well, you missed the sponsor of this, Patrick.
Who is that?
That would be George's Shoe Repair on Grand Avenue in St. Paul.
They got a free plug because they got my. I can show you the receipt. I think I got it in my pocket.
What do they charge to clean?
I gave him 2 pair. I had another pair in the closet that needed a little sprucing
From
up,
last
too.
year's fair.
No.
A new study has found
You
that
don't own a pair of rubbers, do you?
No, I do not own any galoshes either.
I have a pair in the truck. I could have brought them in for you.
a new study has found that couples who drink together are generally more happy.
Till the fight starts.
That's not always the case, John.
Published in the Journals of Gerontology.
Hey, Coach Kill, how you doing, Coach Kill? See Coach Kill out there with the Suns? Hey, how you doing, Jerry?
No.
What? Doesn't that look like Jerry?
I don't know where you're.
Oh, right there. Yeah, he does look
Jerry,
like wave to the
hey.
crowd, Jerry.
No, you. The guy with the shades. He's
looking
turning around looking for him. He's the guy.
Yeah, it does, actually. Published in the Journals of Gerontology, researchers wanted to see if there's a correlation between drinking and marital happiness, especially among older couples.
What if only one of us drinks a lot?
Well, that happens sometimes.
That's the happy one.
That's right.
Yeah.
The study found that concordant drinking couples reported decreased negative marital quality over time, and those links were significantly greater among wives. Paraphrasing that, it found that if couples are drinking in moderation, they're both happy. If only one of them is drinking, that's less good. Mm-hmm. The key part of the happiness drinking lies, according to the study, with how much you drink and at what time you do the drinking.
All I know is drinking makes my wife happy, and if she's happy, I'm happy.
You know what my wife says, don't you?
I do.
I married my designated driver, she says.
Beautiful.
That's me. Yes.
The findings of the
She was your counselor, wasn't she?
She was there, yeah, but I did not then meet her again for another year after that. So,
findings
Well, it sounds like a true romance.
well, desperation.
Way to embellish for the radio.
Inspiration. Findings highlighted the importance of the drinking status, the being why, where, and when you're consuming alcohol.
I
being
take
Like
it-
very
every day,
I take
around
it they don't.
6:30.
I take it they don't mean 10 in the morning.
I think you're right.
All right.
I think you're correct.
Patrick, by the way, if you want
Does
to...
Such, does she start in at 10 a.m.?
No.
Oh, okay.
Only at the fair.
Right. We've got a video from Dave on Twitter, Patrick, that I think documents you stepping in the pool live at the State Fair. I've retweeted that for the people.
Oh,
Check it out.
all right, we'll check on it.
Interesting.
I didn't know for 10 minutes until I said, who's dragging this poop around here? And it turned out to be me.
It's on my shoe.
You got to get over it.
No,
You just got to get over
there's some
it.
things you can't get over in life.
I don't think I've ever seen Patrick that angry as when he was trying to clean
You know how
his
you
shoes.
get past that fear, don't you? You take off the shoes,
Yeah.
you take off the
Put you-
socks,
go right in
you
there.
go
Go right
for
in.
a walk.
Yeah.
Rush,
You know, I'm the father who never changed a diaper. I don't like it.
Oh.
I don't like poop in general. You know?
Well,
You're one of the few,
let's
Brad.
take a vote.
let's take a
I
vote.
don't think you're on a big limb there.
Russian advertising standards officials have sparked outrage after declaring that a woman having small breasts is a physical defect.
Wow.
This ruling came following complaints over a
You're
construction
deformed.
company ad which used a gratuitous image of a petite woman in lace underwear measuring her chest. Activists had accused the advertisement, which declared that the company's buildings had small prices and lots of complexes, was body shaming of women.
This is in Russia?
This is in Russia.
What are they,
Wow.
commies?
Now,
what do they care?
now listen to the agency that handled this in Russia.
Okay.
Russia's Federal Anti-Monopoly Service.
The commies got a lot more to worry about than this.
Ruled that the billboard had violated advertising laws, but the reason they said it was offensive images of women, and they said the reason it was offensive was because the woman had small breasts. This has caused outrage, obviously.
Yes.
So now people are complaining in Russia, although, as you pointed out, what good will that do you?
They got bigger problems, believe me.
All sizes are awesome.
How about mine?
They're not bad, buddy.
Thank you.
Not bad.
A North Carolina UPS driver. Sorry we missed you note. You know, when you're not home, they leave the note.
Gary, we waited and waited.
We waited and waited.
Is going viral after listing the reason a package couldn't be delivered as bear in driveway.
It's not a bad reason.
Marcy Lanier posted a photo to Facebook showing the note the UPS driver left in the mailbox at her Asheville, North Carolina home after being unable to deliver the package. Lanier said the note was left in her mailbox, which is out by the road and not by her front door. She did tell a local TV station, WLOS, so we live on the street where we get bears all the time. She said, so if there's a bear in the driveway, he couldn't drop it off. He normally does drop my packages off, so I guess it was good that he stayed safe.
Now, was that breaking news in that part of the country, or was it just a slow news day?
I think it was just a kind of a smile, Kenny. It was a smile.
You mean they get bears in the driveway all the time? Is that what you're
Just
saying?
doesn't
That's what
seem
they said.
noteworthy to me.
Johnny, thank you.
You bet.
We'll be back to learn what's coming up on the ride. All right, Pat, this is Wednesday. 2 more days of the fair for us.
Yes, sir. And that's it. So,
Even though Pat thought yesterday was Wednesday.
I did think it was Wednesday.
Aye.
That was my day was thrown off all day, yes. Johnny Krasinski just showed up. He'll be with us at 4 o'clock on the Ride with Reusse. Eric Curry, the great Eric Curry, will be here at 4:30 or so. And then Buster Olney on the phone about 5 o'clock.
I think you should, to amend your ways, you have 3 shows left, including today. I can arrange to have Doris.
I don't want animals.
I can arrange it. I can arrange it.
No.
I can any animal you want. I got people.
We'll get them.
How about a horse?
They got any zebras?
No, it's not a zoo, Pat.
I like that.
We're not a zoo.
I like that. You know what I want? I want that animal that they painted to look like a zebra. That's
We're
fair.
in Afghanistan or something.
Yeah, that poor animal.
And they had the guard lion. That was like
Painted
a lab.
dog and stripes.
Like a donkey, and they painted it to look
Passed
like a
it off
zebra.
as a zebra.
Yeah, that was that'd be a good animal. Yeah.
I can call her. I can call her right now. We got her on speed dial.
The Minnesota State Fair would never let you get away with a zebra that was actually a donkey. That they painted. No
That's
way.
right. No games tonight except for the Twins, huh?
Yeah, that hardly even counts. What'd you think last night? That was quite an effort,
pretty
man.
dreadful,
Boy,
wasn't
oh boy!
Holy mackerel!
Every time that guy threw a breaking ball, they missed it by 12 feet.
It was really something.
I didn't watch much of
It was
it.
really something.
Miguel's getting his stride back. He's striking out about 3 out every 4 times now.
Yeah.
So that's.
I thought the boys would have a little more fire going into Cleveland.
Why, John?
Joe's
why,
my name.
Joe?
Joe's
Yeah,
my name.
Joe, John.
It's only been 40 years.
You and I got 2 days to patch it up after that cow poop, man. This is probably, we've been on the radio for 35 years. This is the most tension we've ever felt.
I have
over.
I have
cow
zero. I have zero tension. You're the one who went nuts, not me.
Yes. Well, I did.
Oh, the cuss words back here were incredible.
Imagine
Stuff I've
him-
never heard before.
Imagine him angry at me because at one of the world's largest state fairs,
Yes.
a gathering of Minnesota's animals, he's angry that we had an animal. That's
there's-
what you do at the fair.
There's a young lady at work who I was complaining about this to
I can
today.
imagine.
when
You
I was
can't
in-
let it go, can you? Was this before
and
you
she
took your shoes to the
and
shoe
she
store?
said, you know, Gail, and Gail said,
Yeah.
I take it you didn't grow up on a farm. She was not really impressed.
Well, you grew up a hell of a lot more rural than I did.
Yes, I did, but listen. Never go visit.
Listen.
There we go.
Here's my advice as a town kid living in rural Minnesota back then.
Yeah.
Never go visit. Always invite the kid to come into your house. Never go out to the farm because they might try to get you to help them with chores.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. We'll put you to work.
Yeah, would you like to come out and detassel a little corn? No,
we always got to invite kids when it was baling hay season.
Yeah, right.
Have a party. No. But first, we just got to bale some hay.
John Krasinski, are you rural or urban?
I'm urban. I'm Blaine. So, yeah.
You have no familiarity either with...
my wife is very rural, so it's country mouse, city mouse thing.
As rural as Johnny gets, Joe, I helped him move a TV once. That's about as rural as he gets.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lovely day,
nice,
Pat.
Yes, it is beautiful today. And big crowd again. I see they were down.
Why was Louis here, by the way?
I'm not sure.
He doesn't just come to the fair to wander around, does he?
I think he comes to the fair so people can say, "Hey, Louis!"
That's it. Yeah, he's got to bask in the glory.
We love Louis.
But it worked because we had him on for a half hour.
There you go.
That's good.
He was working deals. That's what he was doing.
Right.
I haven't seen Louis for
probably
ages.
made $1 million.
Right.
Tomorrow, Norway.
Yeah, going to Norway.
A month later, the world. It's unbelievable.
He does have a great travel schedule.
Oh man, it's unbelievable.
I thought I'd get a different answer from the Vegas thing. I thought he'd say, "Yeah, leave that to Vegas," but he thinks every team's going to go over the top. Every team. Yeah. I suppose they're going to feel
they won't go
the pressure
that crazy.
to do it.
They won't go that crazy.
1500 ESPN is KSTP, St. Paul, Minneapolis. The ride with Reusse is coming up next. It's approaching 70 degrees. It turned into a lovely day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.